Hi, it's Beata. I would like to talk to you today about what am I going to do in the nearest months, what am I up to. And the reason why I have decided to put this video on is just because I have seen quite several wonderful videos about the autumn decks that the people are going to choose. Well, in general, I am not the person to picking or choosing the decks for the seasons. Most of the time I'm using the decks all the time, or some of them are waiting for me, some of them I'm just putting away and using another one. This has been always like this. And of course there are some decks that I am using every day, or pretty much every day. But this time the story is different. I have bought in August, yes, in the middle of August, I have started to watch on those decks, several decks which are very special to me. These are not just the decks I have decided to buy, just like this. Like I have done, for example, half a year ago. I have bought in one auction, very cheap, about 7 decks, and actually I was curious of 2 of them. It was the big size, major arcana only, the Marseille deck, and the Pagan Tarot, the small pocket size Pagan Tarot. And I was really just out of curiosity to see what are these. I didn't even check very much about these decks. Well, with these decks I have bought in August, and most of them has arrived here in the beginning of September. This is the totally different story. These decks I didn't even buy just because I wanted to buy them. They have found some way to me. Literally, they have found some way to me, and I'm sometimes I'm surprised how it is possible, but it is. Well, I will try to make it, this is just an introduction video. What am I going to do? What kind of videos I would like to review in the near future? But I wanted to get to know them a little bit before I will go just a standard review. There are some decks that you definitely need to go deeper with. Well, I will start more or less with one exception. I will start in order of appearance, you know, in the order when they have just arrived to me. And that is also the reason why I have called this video a long journey decks, because these are the decks that I will definitely have a journey for more than a season, more than a half a year. I'm sure with some of them it will be, if not a lifetime, it will definitely take a long time, but I am happy about it because this is the way I would like to have to work with these decks. Well, let me start. The first of them is the Wild Unknown. Everybody knows this deck. This is the, oh sorry, I just have to show it in here. This is the 2nd edition. And in Poland it wasn't very easy to get this deck, and I have spotted this deck like about a year ago, maybe even earlier, and I wasn't sure if this is deck for me. And I had already once such an example, and this is the Thoth Tarot. I remember when at that time, it was 5 or 6 years ago, when I was choosing one of my decks. I just wanted to buy another deck to work with, and I remember the Thoth Tarot was pretty much last on my list. It wasn't even on my list, and then after weeks of searching, because it literally took me weeks to find my deck online, then of course I have landed up with the Thoth Tarot. It was kind of a similar story with this. So not so long time ago I have assigned to one of the Facebook group in Poland for swapping and selling or reselling the decks. They are not, I think it's the first one in Poland. Of course you can have them in Europe or in the world, but usually the transport costs of these decks are really high, extremely high. So many times I didn't wanted to buy them. I remember that in one day I was just looking my newsfeed on the telephone, and then I spotted this in this Polish Facebook group, and I think it was already posted. The advertisement was there for about 2 hours, and then I was thinking, oh my gosh, this deck is just waiting for me. And just to have it even more sweet, it was together with a book. Even better, it was literally half price. oh my god, then I was just thinking, geez, this have to be for me, just waiting for me. And of course I have bought it. So as you can see, this deck really find the way to me, even though I was thinking about it for a year or over a year. Well, yeah, the Wild Unknown, everybody knows this deck. It's a beautiful deck, and I was just thinking at the beginning, okay, this is not for me. This is the animals, drawings, and not to mention the artwork it's amazing. It's not this, and I'm way out of. I'm not an art critic, but anyway, the artwork is beautiful in here, and this deck is just wonderful. But just to tell you that I wasn't sure if this is going to be for me, because, you know, it's only animals and no human in here. And how am I going to work with this deck? Or how am I going to resonate with this deck? And it appears that it's amazing. Oh yeah, just a few words about this card. Usually, but then I have decided to buy it, and I'm so happy. It is together with the book. It wasn't in this big box. I just have them separately. It doesn't matter. It was really half of the price, and I'm so happy to have it. And of course, I'm sorry that somebody didn't bond it with this deck. But I can understand why. I was myself hesitating to buy this deck for over a year. Nevertheless, usually when you are receiving a new deck, they are in order. Major Arcana first, then the court cards, and then the numbers, or all the suits. When I have opened this box, the Hierophant was actually the first card for me, and it was the first signal. I mean, instantly I just got this kind of flash that, okay, you can't go with the tradition to work with this deck. You have to go out of the box. You have to think in a different way. And then I thought, okay, that's a huge message. What better message you can have from this? So I just wanted to say one more thing. All the websites that I have bought these decks, or the video channels that I might mention during this this time, I'll definitely put the link down below, because it's definitely, maybe somebody would like to use it, so or check it. So the Wild Unknown is my first. I have instantly started to work with it, to journal about it. I really wanted to understand, and you can actually understand these cards in many different levels. I have seen few reviews and videos about how the people are bonding with this deck, and you can go in many different directions, of course, with the basic meanings. Then you can go with the images, of course. This is the full. It's a tiny little bird sitting on a bench, you know, just almost taking his first step. But then you can go with the colors. Not every card is in color. Then you can go with the lines. Some of them are vertical, some of them are horizontal, some of them are twisted, some of them are centralized to one. Oh yeah, like this chariot, as you can see. So you can also use this one. All the images. Look at the Hermit. I mean, it's amazing. Slowly but surely, right? So they are beautiful, beautiful cards, that beautiful images, and different aspects to consider this deck. Look up, this is the Seven of Swords. How different directions they are. Just the lines are going. So like some kind of turn you need to take. So you can understand this deck in many different levels, and it is amazing. Okay, that was my first deck. I have edged it. I didn't trim it. I have edged it, but this I will say in the review, because it is actually extremely funny story about this, and it took me ages, and I mean literally ages to trim this deck. Well, this is the Wild Unknown, and I'm so happy that it found the way to me, and it came together with a book. Second deck, I think I've seen the video. Sacred Seed, I think. This is her channel. This is the, hold on, this is the medieval Scapini tarot. And it is really beautiful deck. It is, as you can see on the full, it is very similar, or some of the images are similar to the Visconti tarot, which I have. And but the backs are wonderful. They look like they are this creamy old yellowish some of them, it's not the gilded, it's the picture of the gilded cards. The backs looks a little bit like they're used, but the images on this cards are really amazing. And hold on, before I will just drop it down. They are really beautiful cards, and I am so much enjoying it to work with them. Unfortunately, I have bought it without any booklet, and they didn't have any booklet to it, or they said they expected to be there, but it wasn't. But what can I do? So it is beautiful deck, and but this deck, once I will get to know it better, I'm sure I will just use it as a regular reading deck, because I would love to. These are really nice, big size, but the standard size, like Rider-Waite I have. But these are really beautiful. This is the deck when the Minor Arcana are also not only, this is not Pip deck. This is the Seven of Coins, look. And they have some images, some scenes going on. Something is on this card as well. So I think it's going to be amazing to work with this deck. And this is, as I said, Medieval Scapini by Luigi Scapini. And I'm really hoping to work with this deck. This deck, again, I didn't wanted it for a very long time, but then I was considering, and then all of a sudden I have found one auction that it was available, and then I said okay, maybe it's the time for me for this deck. The next two decks, actually, they have came to me from Germany. My brother, my kid brother, is living in Berlin, and I have asked him, I have searching online for some of the decks, and these two decks, these are very special decks. And I have asked him to buy it online over there, and he was just ship it out. Not ship it out, yes, he was actually send it over to me. I think it was easier this way. So he has got me, I don't know where to start. I will start from this one. This is, where are the cards? This is the Heindel Tarot. This tarot is this deck by Hermann Heindel. I think it's Heindel, not Hindel. Heindel. This deck I was actually hesitating to buy for way more than 10 years. I think it's even 13 or 14 years. I have seen it once in a book, and then I thought, okay, oh my gosh, I would never understand those cards. I would never get to know them. I mean, how can you? They are filled with information, with different kind of symbolism in here, and the images are different than all the other things I knew at that time, and it really took me 10 years. And then all of a sudden I decided to, you know, find a way. All of a sudden I was really sure that I need to use it. And yeah, these are the backs. Just wanted to show you a few cards. And yeah, this is the Fool. I don't know where to show you here. This is the Fool. Yeah. Six of Stones. But I would like to show you not the Minor, just a few court cards. Yeah, this is Krishna, the son of Wands in the East. So the suits are different kind of images in here. So this deck, yeah, this is the Daughter of Swords in the South, and this is Isis. It is amazing deck. It is really deep deck. It is really darker deck than I was even expecting. And I mean, you have the inching symbols, like here you can see on the Minor Arcana. This is Conflict, Five of Wands. Some of the explanations might not be strictly to the general understandings, but I have got two books. I don't have them with me. I have by Rachel Pollack, and they are two books. One of them is for Minor Arcana, another one is for Major. So I am going to start it together with book, because this deck comes just with a little booklet, and it's, of course, there are some informations about the Hebrew letters, the runes, they are here, and the translation, the astrological associations. So you will have everything in here. But this deck is just amazing. This is Ra, the Father of Swords in the South. I mean, how amazing this deck is. So I have decided to work with this deck, even though I was really hesitating to buy it for way over 10 years. And I mean, I'm still surprised. How could I resist myself? Because this deck, it is amazing deck. But how could I resist that long? Then I translated to myself or explained it to myself. Okay, I just wasn't ready. And that's it. It's nice. I like when the decks comes with the 2 empty cards just for protection. This I really, really enjoy. So my Hindle deck. Another deck that I have got from Berlin, and both of them have arrived at the same time. And this is something, wow, and I mean wow, it even, you know, I was speechless for a moment. This is the Margarete Peterson Tarot. And I mean, it is really amazing deck. It comes with a booklet. The book actually, the booklet is, it's amazing. They have told a little bit of the story. Margarete Peterson was creating this deck for about 30 years. But everybody knows it. There are wonderful reviews you will find. The only thing I did with the booklet, you can see it's a little bit more shiny because it's from the very thin paper. And I have just put the sticky foil around just for protections, because I know I will use this deck, this booklet quite a lot. And the deck, and I mean the deck is amazing. But this is the, I don't know, this is the 2nd edition by A.J. Muragna. And you can see this is the edition with the borders on the back. The 1st edition, I remember, I think I've seen it at one of the videos from Kelly from The Truth and Story, that she was doing the comparison with both of them. But I couldn't get the other one. So I have decided to get this one. This is the 2nd edition with the border on the back. But the cards are beautiful. These are large. I have long fingers, but these are really large cards. And the images are amazing. And I mean, I didn't even know how beautiful they are once I have put my hands on it. It is really, these are in orders because I have recently played with them a lot. Check the chords, the chord cards beside each other, check the numbers. I mean, yeah, this is very famous card of its femininity. I don't know even if I have said it properly. It is the bursting womanhood. These are really beautiful cards. These are very deep cards. And there is a reason why I have decided to buy these cards, which are not just easy to get, not very quickly to understand. It's just because I have started recently more seriously, if I can say. I don't like the word, the shadow work. I don't like this word very much, but it is true. It is a shadow work. It is more, I call it more inner work. I would like to go with this period of time. And I know this is not, again, long journey decks and the long journey itself, because this is the journey that you need to take time for, and you need to take, you cannot rush. So I have decided to use these decks for this kind of understandings as well. So this is beautiful, beautiful, and again, beautiful Margarete Peterson tarot. It is wonderful, and the images are just, I'm just speechless sometimes. And when I'm looking at the art in here, and I'm thinking sometimes, you know, you are looking at the art, I am looking at the cards sometimes several times, and each time I'm noticing something new. But when I'm still again looking at this on this deck and thinking that it took 30 years, all the history, it's a big part of her history, to create those cards, then I'm speechless. I mean, these are wonderful. This is the deck you can go deep. I have even bought a really nice, like a painting stand, when I just going to draw one or two cards as a daily. Just to play with this deck, to start to understand it better. But it's wonderful cards, very deep cards, and very, very special. The booklet itself is it's a little different, because the major arcana are not just explaining here. This is just like a little poems for the major arcana, and I really, really enjoy it. It is so great. Yeah, this was the deck that it was actually put in order, but there was Major Arcana, there was suit cards, and there were the numbers at the end. Sorry, just a little break. Sorry for the break, I'm back. So the Margaret Peterson is the deck that I'm going to work deeply. These images are amazing, and I will do review in all these decks, but as I said again, I will say it again, I just wanted to work with these decks to get to know a little bit better before I will start to just show the cards, because there are plenty wonderful videos and reviews of this deck of these decks here in the YouTube, so I'm sure you will find all the information that you need. And creme de la creme is the last one. It's very very special for me. I don't know even where to start. I'll just show it. This is the Weaver's Oracle by Caroline Hillier, I think. Journey Cards and Travel Guide. These came in this book, in this box. These cards are... I remember I have seen the first time I have seen them in Kasha's channel, the Tarot Map. The second video, I have seen only 2 videos in the YouTube. And the second was by Kelly in The Truth and Story. And I just literally fell in love with this deck. This is the Oracle deck. This is my first Oracle deck ever. Yeah. The Oshas and Tarot. Some of us are treating them, this deck, as an Oracle, some of them as a Tarot, some of them as a both. Well, actually, this is the deck which is in the Tarot structure. Yeah, it has one more Master card, but it is within the Tarot structure. But I am actually treating it a little bit like an Oracle, because it is the transcendental Zen game. And for each card there is a special kind of meaning and a special kind of story attached to it. And that's why I do not treat it as a regular tarot deck. But this is not a strictly Oracle deck. My first ever Oracle deck. I don't know if this is going to be my last Oracle deck, but my first tarot deck is the Weaver's Oracle. And this is, and I mean, I can't even say enough how deep this deck is, how much time do I need to get through this deck, how much wisdom and history it is in these cards. There are 52 cards, come with a companion book, which is, yeah, I already put some marks flipping all the way around, because I know this is the book that I will read many times, and I mean many times. It is a wonderful source of information. This deck came to me from England, and you can buy it only at the Caroline Hillier website. You can only buy it from its creator, and I have bought it thanks to my very dear friend who is living in England, and he was helping me to get this deck, so I'm so grateful, and I mean really amazing. But this deck is definitely the longest journey. It was a game like this, The Longest Journey, I think, video game, something like this. Nevertheless, it's going to be the longest journey with me, and I was hoping for it to be the longest journey ever, because this deck, as you can see, these cards are even larger than the Margaret Peterson cards, but this deck is really sharing a lot of informations, or giving you a lot of processes, or I don't know even how to explain it to you in English. Just it touches those places in your soul that you're really forced to work and think deeper, not meditate. Not everybody is the meditator type. I am not, and I mean literally not, because the chair is always burning my bottom. But this is the deck that I am stopping and thinking about it, that I'm really contemplating, and I'm analyzing, and I'm reading and reading again. It is amazing. They are wonderful cards. Well, I have seen, as I said, 2 videos. On the second video, Kelly showed me something that I have copied from her, and I will give all the credit for her, because it is amazing thing that she give me an idea for. She has etched all her cards, and she didn't etch them in one color, all of them, in different colors. And I was just trying to do the same. I hope you could see that. And I think this is just because I thought when I was watching Kelly's video that she has used a little bit lighter colors. I have used the stronger colors. I don't know how it's going to be visible. Maybe like this, it's going to be more visible. She has used the lighter colors. I have used the stronger colors, more alive. But if I don't like it in the future, I can always edge it black. But I was thinking, how am I going to edge it? Then there are 7 clans in this card. There are 52 cards, 7 clans or 4 tribes, like east, south, west, and north. But it didn't match if I was trying to put the colors over there. So I have decided to divide those cards based on the colors, the images. I will just show you a few images over there. This is the Kindle, Shaman Weaver of Earth. This is the stone, the Mother of Time. So I have just etched them, match the colors, the domination color, the dominating color on the cards, and then I have used the colors over there. This is the Knight, Crown of Doorways. I think, as far as I remember, she's the guardian of the thresholds. It's amazing, and I mean really deep, wonderful cards. And I have seen a few videos of this deck, and everybody is attaching to another card. I mean, you know, find something special. For me, this is the card that I was thinking, wow, it is really impressive, amazing. And she's like Songi of the Moon Woman, and she, as far as I recall, she is just something to do with the simple magic, and I mean simple tools, simple magic. She is the creator of the simple magic, and I really enjoy it because I do like the simple solutions. And for me, this message, for example, is that the simple solutions comes to me last. So I really enjoy this card. But this deck is gonna be beautiful. It is beautiful. It's gonna take a lot of time to work with. It is really amazing. I will do the review of all these decks. I just wanted to show you what am I going to work with. And the reason why I have there is a special selection of this deck. This is not the regular decks that you will find, and I didn't design it like this. It just turned up to be like, it just happened. Some of the friends helped me to get it. Some of my family member helped me to get it. That some of the decks just find a way to me. Even I stopped thinking about some of them. So it is amazing how they have combined here together. So it is really starting to be a long journey decks, and these are long journey decks. I have started my little notebook in here with my, from lack of another words, I will use the shadow work, the inner work, the deep soul analyze that I'm already starting to journal in here. And it's amazing because I have started to work with it from one of the challenge I have seen to asking several questions, and then I'm trying to use different decks, maybe not the Weaver's Oracle yet, because this is the deck that I wanted to know very good before I will start to use it as a I don't know, no, you cannot use it as a daily card, as a daily drawn. Really, this is not a deck for you to use as okay, how my day gonna look like. This is really like the full moon read, or the year in a spread, or I don't know, the Sabbats. You can go for major Sabbats in here, or even all of them. So this is a special deck that you go with inner self, and I have really focused these weeks with to work with this shadow work. As you said, I have been really watching tons of videos, how to start, what it is all about, and it's not that I didn't knew about it before. It's not I didn't work with my shadow part as well. I just really rejecting it for a very long time. I was really refusing to touch those sensitive places inside of me to to put them out. I just really refuse it. So recently I am really focusing about it, and I'm so happy that these decks are with me, and I'm so happy that it's gonna be the long journey. I really enjoy it, and I hope I will enjoy it for a long time. So again, as I said in the beginning, even though that the people are showing the decks that they are going to work for the autumn, which is wonderful, and quite a few inspirations I have got from them, for me it's not the seasonal. For me, I have decided, I didn't even decide it for some of them. It just happened that these are the decks that I'm going to work for a long time. This is not just 1 month or 1 season. So just to wrap it up, these are the things that I wanted to share with you today. Again, I will put the link for the places where I have bought. Some of them I have bought in a German website, some of them I have bought in a Polish, but one of them is in auction, and another one is in a swapping group in Poland. So it's not anymore. But for this few, I can give you the link, and for those videos like Medieval Scapini, I have seen the video of Elle from Sacred Seed. The Weaver's Oracle, I have seen the video the first time. I noticed it on Kasha's channel from Tarot Map. The second, the very good one, and I highly recommend to watch Kelly's video, because she is doing totally another way of deck review. She has started from the end, and then the review of the cards is it's totally the end of the video. She has started from the book, from the stories, from different kind of opinions, and I think it's lovely, because this deck is definitely something different. It is not just the oracle deck that you can use. Like, I have another oracle deck that I'm thinking about, but I'm not very sure. I was very keen to it, but not anymore. It's not that I'm not anymore, but I'm just reconsidering it. It's the Sacred Creators Oracle. I know everybody loves it, and I love it. Everybody love it, and I love it too. But okay, this is the huge, massive work for me, and I really love it. There is one more deck that I have that I was thinking about, and it is possible that it will come, or it will find its way to me. Is the Hermetic Tarot. It is a special deck, and I think it will, like, I was thinking that the Heindel Tarot might go along with the Thoth. I was thinking maybe this Hermetic will go along with the Thoth as well, just to combine those decks. I'm not sure. I'm not very jumpy into it. I'm not very, you know, checking online things. If it will come, it will come. Let's see. I have heard on one of the channels, I don't remember the explanation now. Yeah, whatever happens. That's it, right? You have to accept it. And these decks just happened to me. Of course, I knew about them. Of course, I have been aware that they are wonderful decks. But for many of them, I wasn't ready years before. And for many of them, or for a few of them, I was just, well, took by surprise. And I really hope it's going to be a wonderful journey. But even if this Hermetic Tarot will not arrive to me, maybe within a year, I have plenty to work with. And I'm not saying that I was thinking at the beginning, okay, you have to stop buying decks. I mean, come on, enough is enough. You have to, I'm still considering myself as, I'm not considering myself as a tarot collector at all. But these are very special decks for me, and I know 5 decks to buy in a month, it is ridiculous and crazy and insane, you name it. But I know that these decks I will work for a very long time to go deep with, and that's what I think that's in general what I love about tarot, that you can learn every single day and you will still find out about something new. Well, thank you very much for your time, and thank you for watching. I hope I didn't bore you too much, but these are the things I wanted to share with you about my long journey decks. Thank you very much for watching. Take care. Bye-bye.